YouTube? It's your boy Jarrell coming to you from Colossal Boxing Talk with another video. Today I want to discuss the upcoming rematch taking place between Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao and Timothy the Desert Storm Bradley. We all know the first fight was very controversial, with Bradley winning a controversial split decision over Manny Pacquiao. A lot of people saw that fight 10-2, 9-3. I scored the fight 9 rounds to 3 for Manny Pacquiao, but it didn't go his way on the scorecards. You fast forward 2 years, and now we with this rematch. That controversial decision set up this rematch. I want to discuss Manny Pacquiao in particular in this video, and what Tim Bradley has been saying, and many other fight fans and people in boxing. People have been saying that Pacquiao has lost that killer instinct and that fire that we're accustomed to seeing against past foes like Cotto, Margarito, David Diaz, excuse me, Marquez, and all his opponents when he fought in the lower weight division. I believe it all started in his fight with Antonio Margarito, where he just beat down Margarito for that whole fight. As the fight wore on into the later rounds, Margarito's eye was looking horrible, grotesque. It was cut up, it was swollen, it was shut, it was just bad. And Manny Pacquiao, I guess, seen that and was starting to feel bad for Margarito, and he kept looking to the ref while he was punching, like, "Are you going to stop this fight?" And the ref either didn't pay no attention to him or decided, hey, Margarito's a bigger guy. Maybe he might land some of significance that stops Manny or hurts him, whatever he was thinking. Robert Garcia didn't care to stop the fight, and we know Margarito's a warrior, and he wasn't gonna quit. That's when I think it all started to go down for Manny Pacquiao, where he started showing remorse for his opponents and not going for the kill. And of course, fights with Marquez and Bradley, where they present, different, difficult challenges. Both guys are boxers. Marquez is notoriously known for giving Pacquiao hell in their 4 fights. And so that has a lot to do with it in the case of his fights with Marquez. Even though he was aggressive in the first 2, that third fight with Marquez, he was hesitant. I don't know what it was. Maybe he felt Marquez's power. Maybe, and they gave him something to worry about along with Marquez's, counter skills and overall boxing ability. Whatever it was, he wasn't as aggressive as we were accustomed to seeing. In the Pacquiao and the Bradley fight, he threw a lot of punches, but not as much as he has in the past. He hurt Bradley numerous times, but he couldn't get Bradley out of there. To his credit, Bradley's a tough guy, great fighter, tremendous hand speed and footwork. He's a tough out for anybody. Bradley has said that he just simply doesn't believe Manny has the fire anymore. And I think Bradley's trying to get in the head of Manny Pacquiao to get him to be over aggressive, where Bradley can set traps and counter him and embarrass him, outbox him, get him out of his mental zone, and get inside his head to make him fight the fight he want to fight. Pacquiao has stated that he will throw way more punches in this rematch than he did in his last fight with Brandon Rios, where he dominated that fight and won a shutout, I believe. That's a good and a bad thing, because the good thing is he can possibly catch Bradley with something, because Bradley can get reckless and wild in there and leave himself open for, straight left hands, which he hasn't seemed to figure out how to avoid. But it can also be a bad thing, because Pacquiao is coming off a brutal KO defeat, the fight before his fight with Brandon Rios, where Marquez iced him with a counter right hand that put him down for the count. I know Bradley is not the biggest puncher in the world, but you never know what kind of effects still linger after a KO loss like that. Bradley has enough pop to get his attention, especially a perfectly placed punch that Pacquiao doesn't see coming. So Pacquiao, while being aggressive and being his old self, has to be aware of being in position, staying on balance, to where he won't be caught with anything big that he doesn't see coming, because Bradley has a lot of speed, so speed kills, and Pacquiao knows that because that's what he used to kill his opponents back in the day. But this both fighters have very good chins, even though they've both been knocked down. Pacquiao's case been knocked out twice in his career, but he's shown to have a pretty good chin over, the long haul of his career. Both have tremendous wheels. They will go toe to toe with you. Both can box, but Bradley's the better boxer in my opinion. Both have tremendous hand speed and foot speed. Manny Pacquiao, he comes in at crazy angles, and he confuses you at times. If he's the old Manny Pacquiao, I can definitely see him KOing Bradley if Bradley gets reckless and is not on his game and not focused. But if Manny Pacquiao is expecting the same Bradley, then he's setting himself up for failure. Bradley, in my opinion, is more sure of himself this go around because his first fight with Pacquiao. Let's be honest, that was his first big fight stage at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. First pay-per-view fight as a headliner. So it was a lot of emotions probably going on in his head and his stomach, butterflies, him wanting to prove that he's the best, and him fighting a legend like Manny Pacquiao probably affected his performance along with Pacquiao doing what he had to do and dominating that fight. But now he's been in fights with Ruslan Provodnikov, which was just a war, a great fight, the fight of the year for 2013 in my opinion. So he proved that he can fight any type of fight, and then he capitalized that performance against Provodnikov with the clear, strong performance victory over Juan Manuel Marquez, Pacquiao's biggest rival in his career. He dominated that fight, and he showed that he can box, slug, or whatever the case may be. So he's well versed at all facets of the game. So he's gonna be ready to go this time. He's not nervous. He's confident. He wants to show everybody and prove to everybody that the right guy name was called in the first fight. And he's looking to beat Manny Pacquiao decisively this time. So if Manny Pacquiao can't regain his killer instinct and take advantage of openings when they present themselves, then he gonna be in for a long night because Bradley is more sure of himself. He's more confident. He feels, hell, I can take Provodnikov punches. I took Pacquiao's punches, even though he hurt me. He didn't buckle me or stagger me badly where the point where damn, I'm making me overly cautious. That just brings the fight out of Bradley more. I think Bradley will fight smart and box more in this fight, and he also will mix it up. But I see Bradley, trying to outbox Manny Pacquiao and potentially do it. This is just my thoughts and things I'm thinking about is in my head of how this fight, could go. But I will give my official prediction on that fight the week of the fight. But, leave comments in the comment section. Tell me who you think will win the fight, who's the favorite. Has Manny Pacquiao lost his killer instinct? Do you think Bradley's mind games are working with Pacquiao? And, also subscribe and like this channel, Colossal Boxing CBT. Also like us on Facebook at Colossal Boxing Talk. Go follow us on Twitter at Colossal CBT. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.